All right, off they go into the supply closet to woo. I mean, every venue needs a good woohoo place, right? Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Heathwyn and we are back to play some more of the Whimsy Stories Legacy Challenge. We are almost done with our third generation sim Elizabeth. We have one more promotion left to get with her, and in the last episode she got that promotion. Mojito, her son, who will be our fourth generation heir, was trying to spend some time with friends, develop some friendships, things like that. And I'm really hoping that this is going to be the last episode for Generation 3, and then next time we'll move on and we'll be solely focusing on Mojito. Off camera, I played through the days off that Elizabeth had, and I got her skills up and everything up that she needed to get that last promotion. So fingers crossed we can get that promotion today, and also that catastrophic things don't happen in their apartment, because catastrophic things seem to happen in this apartment like all the time. So let's come on over here into our game. It is like really early Thursday morning and it's actually going to be Harvest Fest, but Elizabeth will still go to work because she is a chef, or well, she's a mixologist. She's a drink master. And so she is still going to go to work even though it is a holiday technically in game, mainly because she needs that promotion, but also because I do actually think she'd probably have to work based on what her career is anyway. So yeah, it is Harvest Fest in our game, and we've got gnomes, which, you know, we better appease them properly so that they don't, you know, break things, because goodness knows we've had plenty of things be breaking. The one thing though that I did want to do right off the bat is Elizabeth hasn't had a makeover in a little while, so I thought we could give her a makeover and then also add in some turn-ons and turn-offs for her, because Lovestruck has now come out, and as well as adding some of that for Mojito as well. So I think let's start by going into Cass and doing that. We have updated Elizabeth's look a little bit. I think as she's getting older, maybe she's starting to calm down a little bit with some of her hairstyles, some of her outfits a little bit. She is an adult now and has, you know, progressed. She has matured. So she still has to have bright, colorful hair. That's like the whole thing with her gen. So she still has her purple hair, but we did give her a new outfit from Lovestruck, so that is her new outfit. We also added some turn-ons and some turn-offs for her. So she, and I based this kind of off of Blake, who is now her partner and is living with her. Like, she's kind of settling down a little bit. She likes drink making and performer sims, which is good because he is a music lover and he's in the music career. She likes she's turned on by idealist and spirited sims, but turned off by messy sims. She likes all romance styles. She's good with all of that. And we had that she likes black hair. I didn't choose anything with outfit color or fashion because, like, those things can change, so we just kind of left those alone. So I also added some turn-ons and some turn-offs for Blake as well, again, to kind of coincide with Elizabeth. He likes drink making, interpersonal sims, and performers. He likes homebody and spirited sims. He's also good with all romance styles, and I left these alone because she always changes her hair color. I didn't really want to assign a hair color to her because, like, it changes all the time. So we left that be. The other thing that I did was go in and adjust romantic boundaries. So for Elizabeth, she doesn't get jealous. She's non-committal. She's been very open. She's had a lot of different relationships. So she's not really a jealous sim. Blake, on the other hand, he's a little bit different. He knows Elizabeth is very flirty and that she has had a more varied lifestyle, shall we say. So he doesn't get jealous if she's like flirty with other people, but he does start to get jealous if any physical intimacy starts to get involved. So that's a little bit different for him. And then Mojito, also I went in and gave some turn-ons and some turn-offs for. I left all of his jealousy settings alone because I think he would tend towards a more monogamous lifestyle, especially after having seen so many different partners that his mom has brought in and out of his life. I think he would tend towards that for himself. So I didn't give him a lot of turn-ons and turn-offs, mainly because he's still a teenager and he's still kind of developing his tastes and things like that, and his experiences. But I did say that he likes engineering because we do know that he is supposed to marry someone in the manual labor career. And so I was thinking that a sim who had good handiness skills, especially since he's going to be an interior decorator, I think he would be drawn to handy sims that could like help him out with like updating houses. And then I also said that he would like idealist sims because those are also creative sims. As another creative sim himself, I think he would be drawn to those who are creative. I also did the romance styles, except for gift giving. He's not particularly materialistic, so I don't think that would be a huge turn on for him, but I think the others would. And then we also kind of went with all of the natural hair colors as a potential turn on for him, just to kind of give him something to get started with. So those are the little cast updates that we have done. Now let's hop into gameplay. So I typically play with the relationship and pregnancy overhaul mod by Lupino in my game, but that hasn't been updated yet for Lovestruck, so that is not currently in my game. So some of those things that we usually would see, like the fertility issues and that sort of stuff, those are not in my game. I also recently took out Healthcare Redux because I was getting really tired of my Sims always having like some sort of an ailment that I had to deal with. So that is no longer in my game as well. So, you know, Elizabeth shouldn't die of a cardiac explosion. As much fun and spice as that added to my game, it was starting to become more of a nuisance for me, so I've taken it out for now. I may add it back later. I may leave it alone. But we do have some gnomes popping up. So why don't we come and let's give this one a salad. I think everybody probably wants to appease some gnomes. So we'll do that. We'll get Mojito tending to the gnome. Then we can get Blake doing some piano here. And Elizabeth, we could maybe have her start a grand meal. I know it's like early in the morning, but I know like whenever you're getting things around for Thanksgiving in general, you start working on the meal like really early in the morning. Now Mojito is currently in the manual labor career, so he only works on weekends, and he's also a painter extraordinaire. That's his aspiration. He didn't have a set aspiration that we needed to get for him, so we chose that because it's helping with his like creativity and things like and it's also a good way for him to earn money, and I think he has to max the painting skill for his aspiration. I would have to look, but let's have him come do a painting. We have a money jar here in which he stashes all of the money that he makes from his painting, any of the stuff that he's grown in his garden, and his part-time job, and he's going to take that with him, and that's going to kind of help him get started when he begins his life. Oh hey, Elizabeth maxed her cooking skill. She didn't need to do that, but considering that she was in like an arm of the culinary career, like the mixologist branch is part of the culinary career, it kind of makes sense that she ended up maxing that. She also had to max juice fizzing, dancing, and mixology, which she has done, and she has to max the mixology career. So she's currently level 9. She does have to work in about 5 hours, so she will go to work. She won't get promoted this time, but hopefully maybe over the weekend we will see that promotion for her. Ooh la la! After being swept off her feet by Blake's flirty advances, Elizabeth feels like the birds are singing a bit sweeter and the sun is shining a bit brighter. How romantic. Would you say Elizabeth likes flirtation? Yeah, I do think Elizabeth would definitely like flirtation. You know, what if we have Blake just like play his guitar out here and maybe he'll get some money? Although we're doing okay with money, because when we moved in Blake, he brought a bunch of money with him. It was a struggle for a really long time with Elizabeth and getting her money up. It was like, it was tough. Oh, someone just called someone just called Blake and said, you and Elizabeth are so cute together. I just thought I'd let you know. That's actually kind of cute. So if we look a little bit more closely at relationship with Blake, we see that they are soulmates. They have amazing compatibility. They're best friends. They're also engaged. I don't expect them to get married because that's not Elizabeth. And she is very attracted to Blake, but she doesn't know what his attraction is to her. I mean, I think she has a pretty good idea, but... And then he is just attracted to her. Not very, just attracted. So they are attracted to each other. They do have a lot of things in common, and this, you know, it was a long build-up for their relationship. Like, it was kind of a bit of a slow burn with them, but they made it there at the end, and they are officially together. Whether Elizabeth is feeling smothered by that, well, that remains to be seen. Okay, she's late to work. Go to work, girl. You were supposed to go to work. Because it's a holiday, we didn't get the pop-up. All right, we're sending her to work. We are going to have her work hard because I do want her work performance to go up. She'll have a day to recover because she'll probably come back tense, but we need this promotion for her. All right, Elizabeth is back home. She's feeling very tense from her workday. She's tired. She's tired. Her work performance has gone up a little bit, not very much. It's, oh man, I swear. She is getting her these promotions. It's like awful. It's so hard to get her promotions going. Like she just doesn't go up very fast. But she is gonna go to sleep and actually, what if we maybe let's woohoo? Because her fun is really bad. So let's have her woohoo with Blake. We don't have to worry about her getting pregnant because that mod isn't in my game right now, but we're gonna woohoo to get her fun. Oh good, we have a ghost that's made a cake. That's excellent. I'm so glad that that happened. Thanks, Mackenzie. I think she's making another one. Why is Mackenzie just making a bunch of cakes? Mojito's up. He is down here tending to his little garden that he got started. He doesn't like have to max the gardening skill, but it was what he needed to do for the manual labor career was get his gardening skill up. So we planted this little garden and it's actually working out okay because we've been having this issue with the eco footprint being industrial, which makes everybody cough and choke. So the garden seems to have neutralized that a little bit, so we're gonna keep rolling with the whole garden thing for him. He did get some new stuff out of some of his packets, like there's some basil and some green beans. So we could get another little planter and plant those, because I don't think we have those planted. Oh, I guess we have green beans planted. We don't have basil planted. Okay, maybe we're good. We don't need to worry about it. We can get by without basil. But what I'll do is I'll sell all of these items that he just harvested, and that's 527 simoleons. And then he can add that to his little bank account that he can take with him. Now, Elizabeth does not have to work today. She has Friday off, but she does have to work on Saturday and Sunday. So maybe we can try another date with Blake. Does Blake work? Blake does work, but not until 3 p.m. Maybe they can have like a little afternoon date, and we'll see if, while Mojito is at school, we'll see if that works. Mojito is starting to get quite a bit of funds accumulated. He's got about 8,000 simoleons, so that's pretty good. A good start. We're gonna send him off to school alone, I think, so that we can try a date with Elizabeth and Blake. All right, we're trying the romantic date again. And we're gonna be romantic. We're gonna do some physical intimacy. We can woohoo. There's a place to woohoo. We'll reminisce. We'll do some musical instruments. Maybe we'll take some photos together and we'll dance. We'll have a good time. Actually, let's try the lounge in Oasis Springs because there's musical instruments and stuff there that they can play, and Blake can like maybe serenade Elizabeth, and they can dance, and they can maybe have a real date without Mojito tagging along, and maybe it'll work. Well, we will start the date by flirting. Let's check her out. He's like, ooh, yeah. Oh, and she's blowing a kiss back at him, and then this guy just shows up in the middle. All right, let's have them take a selfie together. They are really cute. I kind of wish that Mojito was actually Blake's kid. He's not, but I kind of wish that he was. All right, so we've taken a photo. Now we need to talk about photos and talk about physical intimacy. So let's do both of those things. Talk about photo subjects and talk about casual intimacy. We need to have some light physical intimacy as well. Okay, we want to reminisce now. Reminisce about thrilling encounters. I don't know what thrilling encounters they had with each other, but we're gonna remember them, I guess. Okay, they want to dance now. Let's go upstairs. And let's go... Ooh, offer a seductive dance to Elizabeth? Oh. Let's just do a normal dance together. Ooh, new romance dynamic. It's awfully warm in here. And Blake and Elizabeth can't seem to keep their hands off each other. Romantic partners with the steamy romance dynamic gravitate towards romantic socials with each other, especially physical intimacy. I think, yes, they probably do have a steamy relationship. Even though they're getting older, like, it doesn't matter. Like, they're still very much into each other in that way. But I'm wondering, since Elizabeth has her dancing skill maxed, I wonder what the romantic dance would look like with her maxed dancing skill. Well, they want to woohoo. I don't know if there's anywhere you can woohoo here. I don't think there's anywhere to woohoo here. Ooh, but actually, could we put in one of those closets maybe? All right, they want to woohoo. So I added one of the closets over here that came with the Love Struck pack. And so maybe we'll try and have them go woohoo in the closet and we can see what that's like. Alright, off they go into the simple closet to woo. I mean, every venue needs a good woohoo place, right? Are these people like out here? Oh, they are. They're all kind of like witnessing it. Like, oh, something's going on in there. It's getting hot in here from having a steamy romance dynamic. They're completely satisfied for spectacular woohooing. Feeling a close connection. Exhilarating rendezvous from performing woohoo in a venue closet. Well, somehow they teleported down here. Okay. They do need to reminisce a little bit. They're almost fully satisfied with their date. So their date's almost a perfect date. We're real close to that. Blake has to work in about 3 hours. So we should be able to do... Oh, they want to woohoo again? Okay, maybe just reminisce a little bit because that takes time. Right, they want to play an instrument. So what if we have Blake... Oh, actually, doesn't Blake have one in his inventory? He does. Let's have him... Can we serenade Elizabeth? Like, if we pull it out? Oh, I guess I can't serenade Elizabeth. That's too bad. I guess jam for the group. And then I think this will be enough to kind of put our date into the perfect date range. Elizabeth, where are you going? Your man is playing a song for you. You should definitely come back. Okay, that is a perfect date. Our date is in that perfect range. Oh, and Blake is getting money. Nice, okay. But we do need to end the date because Blake has work in an hour. So we're gonna end the date early. And we've earned a cherished memories portrait, which I want to put up at the apartment. So let's go back home and I want to see what that looks like. And then Blake has to work. Oh, this is cute. It's like a little portrait of the two of them on their date. That's really cute. Oh, let's add a frame to it and it can live there on the wall. Oh no, early midlife crisis. Life seems to be passing Elizabeth by these days. It's the same thing day in and day out with nothing to really show for it. It might be time for a change. Uh-oh. Time is passing way too fast and Elizabeth is not getting any younger. So she is having an early midlife crisis. I have yet to figure out what exactly thwarts that. So we may be having an Elizabeth with a midlife crisis happening. Blake came home from work and he has gotten promoted to a professional pianist. So he's now level 7 of the musician career. So way to go, Blake. You're crushing it. I do think it's interesting that Elizabeth is like on the verge of a midlife crisis. And part of it is from feeling monotonous because her life has been anything but monotonous. But maybe now that she's kind of settled down with Blake a little bit, she's feeling a bit like she needs something more to her life. Like, she's non-committal, so she's kind of restless and doesn't really like being in the same situation. So I'm kind of wondering if that's what is contributing to that for her, because she's kind of going against her natural character. Oh no, there's been an electrical failure. This was going so smoothly, and now there's an electrical failure, and all of the electrical objects in the house have sorted out. And Mojito has work very soon, so I don't know that he's going to be able to get stuff sorted out, but he can start. Let's start maybe by having him repair the refrigerator. One of the skills that he has to max is the handiness skill, so it's good. Sometimes these are good because then he can work on that, but I'd, rather not have all of these disasters repeatedly happen in the apartment. But maybe he can get the refrigerator fixed before he has to go to work. He has a level 4 handiness skill, so it's not terrible. She's very angry from contemplating life. Why is this midlife crisis happening to Elizabeth? Life just isn't going well for her right now. And she can't call any professional services because of the electrical failure. She can't cook a gourmet meal because of the electrical failure. And she lives in an apartment. Where are we going to put a hot tub? Right, Mojito is back home from work. So since he's back home, we're going to have him get going on repairing the rest of these broken appliances and see if we can get this electrical failure back under control. And then I think because he's going to have been the one that did most of the fixing, that the bonus money that he gets from sorting this out will put in his little jar in here. All right, Mojito is fixing the TV, which I think is the last thing. Blake is off to work and Elizabeth is off to work. She is going to work hard again. and maybe we'll actually see a promotion. I'm feeling skeptical about it, that it's going to happen today, since her performance is only good, but maybe by the time she's done on Sunday, we'll get that last promotion for her. Meanwhile, Mojito is diligently in here trying to fix everything that's broken. He's such a good kid. His handiness is now level 5, so his chances of electrocution while repairing are now lower. This is good because he did get electrocuted fixing the refrigerator. Mythical drink guide. On an otherwise uninteresting day, an unbelievably old man with an unbelievably long beard walks into Elizabeth's bar. Under his arm is a dusty tome, which the man says is a mythical drink guide that all the mixologists in town would love to get their hands on. He's selling it for a pile of simoleons. Should Elizabeth buy it or not? I think that Elizabeth would be very intrigued by this, and since she's doing okay financially, I think she'd buy the guide. It took a stack of cash, but Elizabeth is excited to find a new recipe in the drink guide that will impress her customers and hopefully give the business a jump start, and hopefully give her a promotion. Although it didn't say performance gain. Elizabeth is back home. She is close. She's so close to getting herself promoted. So very close. I think she'll be able to do it when she goes to work on a Sunday. I think that'll be the last chance, and then she'll be good. Now for her midlife crisis, which she's very tense from needing amusement, from being stressed from work, from the rat race of life due to her midlife crisis. So she's kind of having a moment. I don't know what professional service we could hire for her. Oh, she's gonna play basketball, apparently. That's all right. What if you, instead of playing basketball, you took a shower and maybe went to sleep? That should help maybe with some of the tenseness. In the midst of a midlife crisis, Elizabeth has decided robotics is her thing and wants to do it more often. I feel like that's not really Elizabeth at all. She has a scared movement. What happens now? Elizabeth is at a crossroad in life, not sure what to do next. Life just didn't plan out the way she thought that it would. So she's kind of having a moment. What if we hire... What service can we hire? Maybe a maid? Let's hire a maid. Not that we really need one, but it could be useful. She wants to do that for her midlife crisis, so let's hire a maid. And she needs to make some drinks, so maybe we'll make a drink. There we go. She still wants to buy a hot tub, and she wants to brag 15. Alright, here goes Elizabeth, off to her day of work. Hopefully this will be her last day of work, and she will be promoted, and we can officially start Generation 4. I think she can do it. She's in the excellent range. She's looking good to get that promotion. I don't know that we even need to work hard with her. We'll see how it goes. Oh no, Elizabeth is at work, and now she's dazed from mental fog, from starting to burn out. Elizabeth is starting to feel woozy from her mental load. Maybe she should take a break or exercise creative skills before it gets worse. This isn't good. We need to get promoted. Although she's got the gold check mark, so we should be good to get promoted, even though she's having some burnout. So she's having burnout, she's having a midlife crisis. Elizabeth is just having a moment. She's having a moment. Elizabeth has gotten herself promoted. She has reached level 10 of the mixology career. She is now a celebrity mixologist. Some might say Elizabeth has sold out to gain mainstream status, but Elizabeth cannot hear them. She is relaxing in her office, sipping on an amazing drink in front of the fireplace, and considering the latest contract for a new TV show, cookbook, and glassware line. And so I think that with Elizabeth getting promoted, we're going to wrap this episode up here. That is it. We are officially done with Generation 3, and we are going to be moving on to look at Mojito and Generation 4, and I will be so glad when he moves out and we can leave this apartment behind. Actually, let me know in the comments below, do you think we should wait until he ages up into a young adult to move him out, or should we move him out early? I think he has about 11,000 simoleons saved up that he can take with him. And so he wouldn't have a huge amount to start with, but it could be a beginning. Let me know your thoughts on that in the comments below, or if we should just wait for him to age up into a young adult and really focus on working on getting that bank account kind of built up for him. So give me your feedback on that. Elizabeth's gen is officially done. It has been kind of a chaotic gen, to be honest with you. Like, it was really kind of chaotic and all over the place. So I will be happy to switch on to Mojito. But thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, please do like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!